Hi, welcome to this week's episode of Denim and Blazers. I'm with Miss Sekia Bennett of Go Metro Houston Property Management. How you doing today?
Blessed by the best. How are you?
The same. That's so awesome. I love your spirit. um.
Gotta be.
So what do you do?
So basically, I have a second chance leasing property management company. So I pretty much help clients that have issues and that's hindering them, whether it be credit or evictions. I can get them in a property for a year or two lease while they're working on their credit
Okay.
and then sell them a home ultimately.
Right. Right. Do you like most of the time? I know in the past I've told people sometime when you have situations like that, you might have to be prepared to pay a double deposit or anything like that. Is that
That
like the
is
normal way it works, or what would they
pretty
have?
much. So you're basically paying a double deposit
Mhm.
plus your first month's rent upon move-in. And that pretty much, just lets the landlord know, the owner know that, hey, I'm capable of paying where I live while I work on my credit and then, get me in a better situation. So I'm willing to pay a double deposit because of my past issues.
Right, right. That's cool. Giving people a second chance because life happens to some people. Well, to most people.
Everybody has had issues in life.
Yeah, yeah. So it's cool to even have a setup where you have that type of network and to just
Yes.
have that flow going where you can help people with that.
Yes,
Um,
ma'am.
what caused you to get started with it?
Actually, I was working for another company
Hmm.
that does the same thing, and coming. I've always been an entrepreneur. I used to do nails. I'm a licensed nail tech. However, real estate has consumed that, so I haven't touched a nail brush in a couple of years now.
Yeah, I get
But
it.
I've always been, like a person that likes to help people and cater to people. So
Hmm.
the company I was working for, phenomenal company I was working for, he gave me an opportunity. The guy, the company gave me an opportunity and didn't know anything about real estate, like nothing. And so I loved it. And I worked for that company for 3 years and I was like, okay, I'm ready to advance. I'm ready to evolve.
Hmm.
And went out stepped out on faith.
Yeah.
And here I am 2 years later with Go Metro Properties.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. I honestly think I actually still have my license for doing hair. Sometimes I
Mm-hmm.
think just being in that world, you interact with people so much,
You
and
have
you,
to be a person.
yeah, counselor,
Everything.
stylist,
Like
everything.
I promise you, I'm a therapist to so many people, and I be like, when it comes to me, I'm like, okay, Sakia, now you go see a therapist.
What did I say? What was that advice I gave? Yeah,
Right.
I get it, but I do think real estate is a natural flow from that. Just as far as helping people, the interaction, and the trust that you build with the relationships with people that you have.
Gosh, I built so many relationships, and then it's crazy because like I've dealt with doctors and
Mhm.
dentists, and just because they're accredited, they have a hiccup, but
Yeah.
they have the income. So it's just phenomenal how I can help the people that I can help. I love it. Like I get overjoyed. It's not even about the money. Yes, it's my passion, but
Right.
it's more so being able to get the people the help that they need so they won't be in the streets or homeless or having to live with another family member.
Right, and that's a big thing, and that relieves a lot of stress because then, even with like someone like myself, I sell real estate, but that's not necessarily my niche. So it's cool to have someone like you that I can refer people to if I can't
That
help them. So it's great. Um,
that works awesome.
yeah, yeah. What are two major lessons you've learned since you've been doing this?
Who? First one is definitely work. It's more than a typical 9 to 5. You're actually doing more work than a 9 to 5, and it's definitely not for, and I don't like to use the word weak, but it's not for the weak minded. It's not. So if you want something, it's attainable. You have to put in the work behind it.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, I've learned just being in the real estate world and entrepreneurship that in order to enjoy the fruits of your labor, you have to work, build, and then sit back and enjoy the fruits. Like right now, it's crazy with this pandemic. I have been extremely busy, but
Mm-hmm.
I know come the end of the year when the holidays come, I'm going to be able to sit back and enjoy it with my family and not have to be working like I'm working now.
Yeah.
So,
That's
yes.
pipeline, and when it starts flowing, you got to stick with it, and then
Gotta
you
stick
enjoy the
with
break.
it. You have to stick with it.
Yes, you got to stick with it. Well, what are the ways that people can get in contact with you,
I
especially
am on
looking for that?
Facebook. You can always go to Facebook. Second Chance Leasing Queen
Mm-hmm.
is my Facebook link, and then I'm also on Instagram under Sekia Bennett. I'm not a big marketer at all. I think I planted my seeds early in,
Uh-huh.
so now all my business is literally referral or repeat business. I barely market.
That's great.
So it's a God blessing, like honest, like everybody that comes. I closed this month alone. Last week I closed 8 deals.
Yeah, I was gonna say I saw your post. I was like,
8 deals last week. 8 deals, and I'm just like so overjoyed, overly overjoyed, because I'm just like, wow. So, and every single client that came to me last week was from word of mouth. People trusted me that much that they're sending everybody that they know.
yeah, and you really offer something that everybody don't do. you know, and I can say
No.
that even for myself. I can lead you to a certain point, but it gets too complicated. I'm referring
Hmm.
to you.
I
Yeah,
love referrals.
great.
And I pay referrals.
Yes, she does. Other realtors, you keep that in mind. Yeah, so I appreciate you taking the time to come on with me. I see you on the move right now.
Always.
Great.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
No worries. You know, I love supporting business to business and just supporting each other. You know, I think
That's what
whatever
we have
blessings
to. That's
come
how
to
we
us.
can make the world evolve is by supporting one another.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, it was great talking to you. You be careful and have fun while you out there in the streets making your money.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
All
Okay.
right. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
We're here at the park talking to real people about how much of a down payment is required to buy a home. So I just have a couple of questions for you guys. First of all, are you homeowners?
I'm not. That's my fiance.
I am. No.
I am, yeah. No.
Are you homeowners?
Yes.
As far as you understand, what is the current down payment required to buy a home?
It just depends on who you go with, really.
Probably 20 to 30%.
I don't even know.
No idea.
I have none.
Okay.
1,200.
5% of the mortgage amount.
I think it's 10%, right?
What is the current down payment required to buy a home?
10% down is the lowest.
Like 10%.
Depends on the kind of loan,
Yes.
right?
I don't even know what the current down payment would be.
5,000.
20%.
20% or better if you can do it.
20%.
20%?
I mean, 10 to 20%.
20% is usually what's required to get a home in the Bay Area where I live.
My understanding is 20%. That's what I put down. So
I think the standard down payment is 20%.
There seems to be some confusion, so let's just clear things up. 87% of non-homeowners believe a down payment of 10 to 20% is required to purchase a house. But there are several programs which require a much smaller down payment, even as low as 3%. Homeownership might be more in reach than you think. Check with your real estate agent and Academy loan officer to find out how much or how little you need to put down to get into a house of your own.